guys, welcome back to Made by Manamount. I'm Amanda and I make stuff. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a crochet artist. I mostly make amigurumi plushie type items that I sell at market events and online. And we are on our way to a market today. It is Saturday and I am so excited. If you watched my market prep video this week, I was a little nervous because the weather forecast was calling for thunderstorms. It's supposed to rain like this whole next week. And I was getting a little doubtful that this event was even gonna happen. And it's actually shaping up to be beautiful weather. I don't think that it's going to rain until like overnight. Actually, let me like not even jinx it. So, but the weather forecast is looking really good. Like a beautiful sunny day. We are going to a farm. The vibes are gonna be elite. Well, that's what I'm manifesting. Let's manifest some elite vibes. This is an 11 to 5 event today, which is like my ideal hours. I didn't have to get up ridiculously early. Not that it really matters because I don't sleep well on like the night before market days anyway. I didn't sleep very well last night, but we're getting ready to go. I got my iced chai. I'm feeling like Cameron's Cute Creations with my little iced chai. Sorry for all the bumpies, but yeah, I'll be cracked out on this pretty soon. Because I thought that it was gonna rain, I'm not gonna lie, my inventory is like not where I wanted it to be, because there was a point in time where I just kind of like stopped making stuff this week because I didn't think that the event was even gonna happen and I was like all down about it. So I stopped prepping, but that was a lesson learned. We will just have to see how it goes. I'm gonna get there and set up and I will check in with you guys after that. Hello guys, we are here and we are all set up. The vibes are good now that we're set up. It is a little windy out here. I'll take it because it's not rain, but everything is duct taped down today. If you saw my video where I say I use duct tape to keep my plushies on the table when it's windy like this, I'll show you again in this video, but let me show you my setup. I am very excited about it. Okay, here is the overall setup vibe. Look at our rug. She's actually so cute. And she's coming in clutch today because things are falling from the wind and they're not landing in this gross dirt. They're landing on my rug, which is nice. So thank God we had it for this event. That's a new item for me. And here's the setup. We have our little market planners here. Maybe I could sell some to like some vendors today. Here's our market planners. I made these, if you haven't already seen in a million of my videos. They like track your inventory goals for you daily. I'll link those in the description below. All these patterns will be linked in the description below also. Here is the setup. I just made these new marks. This is a little baby Roy Crafts pattern that I couldn't wait to make. Super excited about those. It's like May, what even is the date? Like May 2nd or 3rd. So Cinco de Mayo is coming up. Hopefully we'll sell some. I made some of these little bees. It's been a minute since I made bees, but it's bee season now. We got our axolotls, our keychains, the regular setup over here. This little piggy is a new make for me. And these are new makes for me. This little fox and this little gorilla. They are from Jade's Amigurumi Friends book. You didn't see them in my market prep video. And this was a last minute make for me last night. I stayed up to make these little fruits. I have made the peach and the blueberry before when I was at the farmer's market last summer. I haven't made them in a while, but I'm at the farm today, so I thought they would be so cute. And I just made this apple for the first time, and I'm obsessed with it. I think these are Eden crochets. They'll be linked in the description below and a Google sheet, all these patterns. We got a flamingo girly. She's sitting in a basket because she kept falling over. We got a jumbo turtle. Oh gosh, it's windy guys. It is windy. Okay, sorry guys. Literally everything fell over in the middle of that. Okay, fix her little bloob. Okay, so back to business. We got a jumbo turtle today. Our little chubby dinos. It's like a new pattern. Not a new pattern, but a new color turtle I made. He's cute. I love making new colored turtles. And then we got the regular section over here. Giraffes, elephants, cows, cats, puppers. And that's the vibe. I am still super excited for the day, minus the wind part. There are a ton from me, but I don't see anyone selling plushies specifically. I just finished setting up, so I haven't made my rounds. There's a ton of food trucks here. I'm so excited. My favorite dumpling food truck is here, so I can't wait to get into that. I have no idea what to expect today. The vendor fee was a little expensive for this event. It was $100, which is like on the higher end for me, so that leads me to believe they're expecting it to be like a bigger, like, successful day, but you can never count on that, so don't depend on like the more expensive the fee, the better the event, because that doesn't always like pan out. Hello guys, I made a couple sales so far. My favorite customers came by to see me. They come to some of my events, and they came by and got an elephant and an axolotl. I also sold that little colorful turtle and one of my bees. I need to make some more bees while I'm sitting here. Pretty much everything has been duct taped, every single thing on this table, and we had to bring out the Olympic weights. When all else fails, just use the Olympic weights. This is a reminder to please, for the love of God, bring your sandbags to events. You never know when the wind is gonna like pick up like this, and you need to have like good sandbags. Like those little sandbags that come with the tents sometimes. I'm sorry, but they are not gonna hold your tent down. You need like some good quality sandbags, or the Olympic weights that I whip out when things get bad. And the duct tape. Please bring the duct tape. And another tip, the more vertical your setup is in the wind, the more likely things are to blow over. I had to take off all my signs that are like standing up because they're all, it's like lifting my crates because they're like taped to the crates and they're up so high, the wind is catching them. So the more vertical, the more dangerous when the wind comes, in my opinion, if things aren't in crates and stuff. I have a stress migraine. I need some dumplings immediately. There are also definitely some other plushie vendors here because I did see some kiddos walking around with plushies that did not belong to me. Guys, look at this little ladybug on my table. She's gonna be good luck for us today. Hi, cutie girl. Okay, what is that? What is that? Is this like Jurassic Park? Like, hello? Guys, are there bugs? Yes. Are there dumplings? Also yes. So hyped for these. Woo! Wait guys, I have a sign up sheet out today for people to like sign their emails up for like a little listserv that I'm gonna have. And I didn't get actual emails yet, but Sean signed up. Sean. He also drew me this nice little, not really sure what that is, but thank you, Sean. I did just take a migraine pill because the diesel smell, like the fuel smell from like the food trucks is like giving me such a migraine. It's like blowing all over the place. Like, and there's a bajillion food trucks over there. So the smell's like getting to my head. But we took a migraine pill, so hopefully we'll be good. A little slow, but maybe it'll pick up in a little bit. What time is it? It's noon. Maybe this is like the kind of place where people come like a little later in the day when they're like done their stuff. And the event is until 5, so hopefully it'll pick up a little bit. Okay, our next food round is a walking taco. Look at it in there. Ooh, yeah. I don't know if I've ever had a walking taco. Let's try it. Ready? Hey guys, it's like 2 o'clock. Today is rolling along. Not a lot going on. It has been pretty slow. I'm making like a couple sales here and there, but definitely slow. The guy next to me, the vendor next to me, packed up and left. He said his like wife was selling at another show and she was like really busy there, so he just packed up and left, which is crazy. Still windy. I sold my fox from the Jade's amigurumi book, this really sweet lady came over and bought my flamingo, and then she left and she came back and bought the fox. Hello! Good, how are you guys? Just sold a turtle. Okay guys, just got my midday pick-me-up coffee. This is a lavender honey shaken espresso. And it came with this fancy little rock candy. It's amazing. It's literally amazing. This is gonna give me the courage to continue with the day. Not really sure what to do with this. Which way to do with this. Guys, I just need to show you this creative little maneuver I had to pull. Because Uni keeps falling off the table because she's so big and the wind will be blowing, and she fell a bunch of times. But I didn't want to put tape on her. She doesn't deserve that. So I took the stake that I had. These came with my rug that I couldn't get in the ground. And I taped the stake to this crate and then I stuck her on it. And now she ain't going anywhere. Like that. Alright guys, it's about 4:30. I'm tired and I really need to wash my face. It's like covered in a layer of dirt. And I definitely have sunburn. I don't know if you can see. Do I have a farmer's tan? This arm is like roasted. I feel like a little rotisserie chicken just marinating out here. But I'm about to pack up because there's nobody here anymore, and I did check my sales, and I guess we'll be back for the breakdown and I'll let you know how that went. So see you guys soon. Hello you guys, we are back. Let's get into our market breakdown and then I will talk about my overall thoughts on the event after. So this event started at 11 o'clock and our first sale was at 11:07, and it was a teal axolotl and my blue elephant for a total of $41. My next sale was at 11:17. It was a bee and a blue turtle. I think it was my teal turtle. For $38. Next was an octo keychain for $8. Next was a teal axolotl for $13. Next was a white ducky keychain for $8. Next was a black dog for $25. Next was my flamingo for $35. Next was a white kitty for $20. Next was a white ducky keychain for $8. Next was my fox for $45. Next was a black cat for $20. Next was an octo keychain for $8. Next was another white ducky keychain for $8. Next was a my blueberry for $15. I was selling all the fruit for $15 each. Next was my blue turtle for $25. Next was a teal triceratops for $12. Next was a chubby frog for $12. Next was another chubby frog for $12. Next was my apple for $15. Next was my peach for $15, and we sold out of our little 3 fruit set we had. They went over nice. Next was my teal turtle. Actually, that first turtle was the yellow turtle with like the multicolored shell, that new colored turtle that I was showing you guys. I don't even know if I took a pic of him, honestly. Next was a strawberry keychain for $8. Next was a yellow ducky keychain and a strawberry keychain for $15. Next was a pink turtle for $25. And that was actually my last sale. So in total, we sold 27 items, which was $457 of revenue. However, our vendor fee was $100. Our square fees and discounts were $6.12, and our material costs were around $57.98, which brought our total profit to $292.90. Our best sellers, not that there really were anything that was like selling like crazy, we didn't sell a ton of stuff, but We sold 8 keychains. We sold 4 of the turtles that I had. And we sold 3 of our fruit, all 3 fruits that I brought. So maybe I should have brought some more of those fruits. They're so cute. I love those Eden crochet fruits. My favorite sale of the day was selling my fox. I loved that went, even though I'm going to miss her very much. That was it. Nothing much exciting to report on the sales. Let's talk about pros and cons of the day. I would say the pros were that the weather ended up being nice. It didn't rain. It was very sunny. However, a con was definitely the wind. Wind and rain are like very close because when it's raining, people don't come to the event, but when it's windy, you can't even keep anything on the table. It's like the worst weather condition for plushies. Pro of the day was that I had that rug. That rug saved my life because so many things, even things that were duct taped, were like falling off of the table and they were all falling onto my nice rug. Like if I did not have that, they would have went right in the dirt every single time. So it was like a miracle that this was like the first event that I brought this rug for, because like this was the event that I really needed it at. I also loved it. I loved my rug. This doesn't really have to do with the event, but I loved my rug. I do wish that I got it as a 10 by 10. I got like a 6 by 9 and it's like big enough for the setup, but I wish that it was a 10 by 10 because I noticed this when I was setting up, and someone actually just commented it on my prep video that you could, if you have a 10 by 10 that's big enough, you can like put it under your sandbags so that it's like holding the rug down so people aren't tripping over it. The rug did come with like little stakes that you could put into the ground, but the ground that we were on was so rocky I couldn't get them into the dirt, and there's a lot of events I do that are in the middle of a street where I can't use stakes anyway, so I was like really paranoid about the tripping thing. So gonna have to figure that out, see if I should get a bigger size or figure out how I'm gonna like weigh down the rug. But I did love it. I did think it was so cute and really added to the setup. I ate a ton of incredible food. That was another pro. I would say that the event was like very well organized in general. There weren't a million other crocheters. I think there was like one other specific plushie crocheter there, and then there was a girl that was kind of across from me that was selling a couple plushies, but she had like mostly other stuff like bags and other kinds of crocheted items. And we did make our vendor feedback, which was great, and we made a little bit of money. Let's talk about the cons. I would say that my first con was the smell from the food trucks. And by smell, I don't mean like the delicious food smell. I mean like the smell of like the gas from the food trucks, like whatever kind of fuel they use to power the food trucks. There were a ton of food trucks there, and I guess where we were was like direct distance of where all of that was wafting, because the smell was like so strong. And I don't know if I've ever mentioned it on this channel before or not, but I suffer from like severe migraines and I am very sensitive to smells. Let us not revisit my sewer spot epidemic where I was like smelling the sewer spot all day and I almost had a heart attack, because I will just have an ungodly migraine for like the entire day. And that's what happened. Unfortunately, I did have a migraine for the whole day because of the smell and I couldn't like escape it. It's honestly pretty common that I leave crochet events with a migraine or a headache, because not only do smells bother me, but sometimes the sun bothers me. Also, crocheting in general is very like fatiguing for my eyes. My favorite thing to do after event struggles like this is to come home, lay down, and put on this. This is an Eye Oasis 2 eye massager by Bob and Brad. If you are not familiar with Bob and Brad, they are incredible physical therapists that have a whole line of amazing products that are designed for pain relief. They have decades of physical therapy experience between them, and this is one of my favorite products of theirs. It has heating and cooling options. I personally love the cooling options. It comes with like this cooling mask, and you put it in the freezer, and then you can use this as the cooling option, and that is what I love to do after my long events. It obviously massages your eyes with 3 different levels of compression. If you're using the heat settings, it has 2 heat settings as well, like a high setting and a low setting. It has Bluetooth capabilities, so you can hook up your phone, and I like to listen to a podcast while I'm laying down, or you could listen to music. It also comes with music features right on here.
Bob and Brad eye massager is on. Air pressure plus heat plus music.
It tells you what all your settings are, and then it does have automatic music on here if you would like to listen to that. It has like rain noises or meditation noises for you. Let's see what's playing right now. I think this is the meditation one. You don't have to keep it plugged in with any cords. You just kind of charge it up and then it is ready to go. Self-care is so important as a crocheter with a handmade business. I really try to make time for my self-care. So this is one of my favorite self-care items. Let me show you what the vibe is. Ready for this? You just put it on, hit your power button, hook your music up, good to go. It also has like an automatic 15-minute timer, so if you fall asleep with it on, which does happen, you're good to go because it'll automatically shut off, which I love. If you are interested in this for some self-care, I do have the link and a 10% off discount code in the description below, so be sure to check that out. We love you, Bob and Brad. Okay, other cons of this event, and I would say the biggest con was the vendor fee. I know I'm gonna be paying a vendor fee to come to an event, but I feel like I almost jinxed it before the event. Didn't I say something like, oh, the more expensive the vendor fee, you expect it to be a bigger event? Well, I kind of do expect that. If you're making me pay $100 for a vendor fee for my handmade items, which that's a lot of crochet items when you think about it, that's how I think about vendor fees. That's a lot of items that I have to make up for my vendor fee. Make and sell, I should say. And some of my bigger street fairs that I do don't even have $100 vendor fees. So to me, this just wasn't the kind of event with the kind of traffic to warrant a $100 vendor fee. And there were a lot of vendors there. So when you think about it, that farm made a lot of money off of us vendors. And honestly, I think there was an event page. I don't know, but I didn't really see much in terms of promotion for the event or anything like that. I always think this event would be better off in the fall because this farm is insane in the fall. You can't even walk in there. It's so packed because everybody's doing their hay rides and their pumpkin picking. And I feel if this event was in the fall, it would have been insane. So I don't know if it was the time of year or people just weren't out or what, but I'm gonna be honest, for that kind of a vendor fee, I do not think that I would do it again. I feel May is the time of really big events. There's so many amazing spring festivals going on in May. I have another one of my biggest events at the end of this month, but I didn't pick up anything else because I thought this was going to be a huge event, and it kind of stinks because I feel I could have signed up for something better. I don't know, but it's a learning experience. You really don't know until you do it sometimes. And it is what it is. I was a little nervous in the beginning of the day that I wasn't even going to make my vendor fee back. So I'm super happy that I at least made the vendor fee back and I did make a little bit of extra money. And you know what? Now we have a lot of inventory already ready for our big event at the end of the month. So I am very excited for that and very excited to have a jump start on that. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and watching this video if you did. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss my action-packed market vlog for that market at the end of the month. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!